Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle something that so many English learners run into. How do you actually talk about your daily routine without it sounding, well, robotic? You've been there, right? Someone asks, hey, how was your day? And your mind just, poof, goes completely blank. You know what you did, but finding the right words in English, it feels like an impossible puzzle. But here's the thing. Talking about your day isn't just some grammar exercise. It's how we actually connect with people. And today, I'm going to give you the keys. We're going to build that connection and help you tell your story with total confidence. All right, so to build any story, you got to have your building blocks, right? For our daily routine, those blocks are these awesome action words, the verbs that describe what we do day in and day out. You know, every single day, the story starts right here. Before anything else, you wake up. So simple, but it's that very first brick we're gonna lay down. And then what happens? Well, you've got those little things you do on autopilot, stuff like brush my teeth or wash my face. We don't even have to think about them. And for a lot of us, myself included, this next one is absolutely essential. Make coffee. See how each little phrase adds another layer, another detail to your story? So, after you're all set in the morning, for a lot of people, the main event kicks in. You go to work. It's these simple phrases that really anchor the big parts of our day.
And maybe we end the day with something like, eat dinner. Okay, so we have our basic blocks. They work, sure, but they're a little plain, right? How do we spice things up a bit?
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. We're gonna take those simple actions and make them yours. We're about to add a layer of detail that's gonna make your English sound so much more natural. The secret weapon here is something called an adverb of frequency. Now, I know, it sounds super technical, but don't worry. The idea is actually incredibly simple. It just answers one question: how often? I love this because it just lays it all out for you on a simple scale. If you do something all the time, 100%, you use always. If it's maybe half the time, sometimes is your go-to word. This gives you this amazing range to describe your habits perfectly. So, the million-dollar question, where do you put this word in a sentence? And the rule is super simple. It goes right before the main verb. Seriously, getting this one little detail right is a total game changer. It's what makes you sound so much more natural. Okay, let's do this. We've got our action words, we've got our adverbs. Now it's time to put them together and watch the magic happen. This is where we go from single words to a full, rich story about our day. This table just lays out the formula perfectly. I mean, look at that structure. Subject, then your adverb, then the verb. It's almost like a little recipe, right? You see always comes right before brush and usually comes before makes. You follow this pattern and boom, your sentences are gonna be spot on every single time. Let's really look at the difference here because it's huge. I drink coffee. Yeah, it's correct, it's fine, but I usually drink coffee after I wake up. Now that tells a story, doesn't it? It adds personality, it tells me about your habits. That one little word changes everything. You know, you can think of it like this. You're literally doubling the power of your sentence. You're going from just stating a boring fact to sharing something personal, a real habit. And that is what makes conversations interesting in the first place. And that's really it. You've got it. You now have the complete toolkit to talk about your daily life. This is your new small talk superpower for real. So let's just do a quick recap of what we did here. We started with those basic action words, our building blocks. Then we added that time signature, our adverbs. And when you put them together, you get a much more complete, much more descriptive idea. But here's the real takeaway, okay? This isn't just about grammar. It's not about passing a test. This is about connection. It's about being able to answer, so how was your day? With an actual story, not just a one-word answer. This is your key to unlocking all those everyday conversations. All right, so the power is in your hands now. Don't just sit on this, use it. Think about your own day for a second. What's one thing you always do? What's something you sometimes do? So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What's one habit you're gonna share today using this new skill? Go on, get out there and try it.